Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. So you guys, I was relaxing, watching my faves on YouTube, and I came across this video. Musa Khawula. Musa Khawula. Musa Khawula is narrating what happened between Yena and no Mihlal. I don't know if we should say it was a fight because I don't think he did any fighting here. And between him and Omihlali. Okay, you guys, there is a lot of people, or there are a lot of people that are saying that the fight never happened. This is just a publicity stunt for Leroy and Mihlali. They probably paid him to do all of this, and I take that because it's a possibility, you guys. It's a possibility, that they did that. Okay, even though then I don't know what happened to his forehead then if the fight never took place. Anyway, you guys, I thought it would be fun to actually just react to his narration of the story because I found it to be so funny when he is telling the story about it. So this is what he is saying happened. Okay, let me check the volume thing.
This happens on Thursday, right? The past Thursday. So let me tell you what the fuck happens. Get very close. Michelle, how dare you, bitch? So fine. Thursday, me and my friend, we hang out, and then we decided we're gonna go for food and the whatnot, right? And then it also happens that we went to the hotel. You remember last year when Leroy and Kinnick Nene stole my phone, right? So so we went to the hotel to go get food and get, like a couple of drinks in and whatnot, right? And then I remember what happened in the hotel. Then I started telling my friend again, I'm like, oh my God, So once we at the hotel, and then I think I heard a story that that I had received, and then I wanted to fucking verify it or check it rather with Leroy that what the fuck, so I can come tell you some stuff. Do you understand? So cool. Whilst we talking, and then he's like, okay, he's at the office. Like, why don't we drop by me and my friend basically so I can tell him exactly.
Listen, you guys, this is the thing that I want to understand. Is Musa and Leroy, are they friends? Are they friends? Do they talk all the time? Because that totally doesn't make sense to me that Musa doesn't really get along with Umihlali and doesn't really say kind things about Umihlali, but he would be in such an open communication relationship with her boyfriend. That just totally doesn't make sense somewhere. So I see where people are coming from when they're saying that the story doesn't add up, because those are some of the things for me that I'm like, you have this open communication with Leroy, but you are always going after his girlfriend Jani. It does. And also that would mean that Leroy is a little bit shady. Okay, well, we know that he is shady, but it will be a confirmation that he really is a shady character. Why are you communicating with somebody that has called your girlfriend's mother a WHORE? Okay, I don't get that. I don't understand that relationship between the two of them.
And the one not. I'm like, okay, cool. Then I tell my friend, I'm like, okay, this is what we're gonna do, and then that's how we end up at the office. Why let me drink.
Guys, the way he touches the forehead, yes, Musa, guys. I wish, this is what I wish. I wish Musa. There's a part of me that wishes Musa was a good person, like that he could do the shenanigans, but not overdo it. Because really, he could be such a lovely person. But then when we think about some of the things that he's done, and even the murder case that is still, then those are the things that makes you feel like, hey, this is not a good person. But then, he really is funny, you guys. You can't blame us for laughing at some of his shenanigans because they really are funny. Like the way he touches his forehead right now. Who wouldn't think that is funny, honestly?
When we there, MJ Light is also there. You know, so that's fine. She's with her man at the man office. It's cool, right? Fine. We go, me and my friend. Obviously, we're going to greet her like, "Hey, bitch," and whatnot. And you know, and I'm like, "Oh, you mad?" Then I remember
Guys, listen, Musa doesn't take anything seriously. He doesn't. Because if I had said something like that about somebody's mother or them, because he has said some things about Mdletshe too, if I see that person this direction, I'm going this direction. I'm not even going to greet them. That's how you see that for Musa Khawula, a lot of the things that are really horrible that he says, for him, it's not that deep. It's not deep at all because he thought that they were okay with Mdletshe to go and greet her. That is if the story is true, because there's a possibility that he's just making up a story that never really happened.
that, oh, this bitch mad. Then I'm like, bitch, I'm sorry. You know, she mad that I said her mom's a whore the other day, but then is she not? Is she like not married to the
The
young
other day,
man from somewhere in Africa? You understand? So
now listen, you guys. I do understand people getting mad at Musa, and I do understand people even getting to a point where they do want to get physical with him because, really, honestly, some of the things that he does and says are horrible. But I feel like if the story took place, Mdletshe took a big risk with that because you can say, honestly, Musa Khawula doesn't care. Musa Khawula doesn't care about anything. He is still calling your mother a WHOERE. So what if you went and opened a case against you after you put your hands on him? You would have a lot to lose. Whereas Musa really doesn't care. Even to this day, he's still saying the same things that he was saying. So I do wonder if it's worth it for people to be after him because he doesn't stop.
fine. So she mad now, and I'm like them and my friend, and my friend's like, oh my god, Musa, this bitch like super mad.
Who has a friend, eh?
Whatever. So fine. Once we at the office, and then this bitch remembers that she needs to get her coffee in, and the whatnot. You know what my
You
friend
should
was
have
saying.
known.
Okay, cool. She goes to make she coffee and whatnot, and obviously I think they were like having a conversation with Lira on the side, you know. So fine, and then she comes back. The second time she comes back, bitch, bitch, and bitch comes back carrying this hot ass bottle boiling water. Bitch, you understand? And then she throws this water, and then they mine. I mean, ooh.
Okay, guys, this is where he loses me, Musa. This is where he loses me because I don't know, guys. The hot water thing, Mdletshe wanted to burn him with boiling water, and she did through the water. The kettle with boiling water. That's why I was like, hi, I wonder, imagine maybe people are right because I was like, so now how come you don't have any burnt scars in your body or something? Usheguphi Musa, because back telling Amanda she's like, so I was like, it's starting to not make sure the story.
Ooh, like what the fuck, Mikali? What are you doing? She is so mad. Oh my god, it's a whole thing. She throws verses on the floor. She's throwing phones. Bitch, bitch, you understand? And then she okay now she's like over here, like all the way up here in my face. You know, I'm like, but we can talk. Like, you know, we can talk it out. And this bitch like, no, I don't want to talk. I want to fucking get your eyes. You want to fucking boil you with some water. I want to, you know, I want to hurt you for calling my mom a bitch or a whore. You understand? So, so fine. Now she's carrying her iPhone, and then, you know, then she hits me with the iPhone, bitch, at the corner of my, you know. And then I am now suddenly sullen. I'm like, what the fuck, bitch? Like, do you realize what you just did? And whatnot. She's like, no, bitch. You said the nine. I'm gonna hit you again. I'm like, oh my god. Then there's like all the guards now. They're coming to separate us. And oh my god. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
So fine. So then I leave the building. Then I remember, you know, I need to go get me a cigarette because you know, so fine. I upon coming back, now my friend is out, and then now, okay, that's when we left. But that bitch, but then let me tell you what we also learned. We learned that she's also used to like doing this and breaking stuff at Leroy's office because obviously she stealed Leroy from MJ, so there will always be that insecurity and all of that stuff. So yeah, that's how the thing happened, and then me and my friend left. Went
Listen, you guys, I think it's a valid question to have when it comes to Mihlali now on whether she is a person that reacts by throwing hands to situations like this. So, with Musa Khawula asking if this is something that she does all the time, and also asking himself if this is possibly something that she does with Leroy, it's valid. I mean, it's valid for us to ask, is Mihlali like that in that relationship, you know? So, yeah.
and got us a drink and yeah, but my word. But then me and my friend, we was just wondering, like, is she probably not also like beating Leroy some other days and all of that stuff? Because how dare you wanna throw boiling water and wanna throw all of these vases and fucking glasses and things on the floor and yeah, and Leroy's staff is also tired of always cleaning the glasses that Mikhail throws all the time in that fucking office. Anyway, bitch. That's all the God for you and on how this is how this shit happened and yeah, Mary Jane light.
Listen, you guys, I think for me, Musa Khawula is like the ultimate not worth it person. If not worth it was a person, that person would be Musa Khawula. Musa Khawula is not worth it. He doesn't care about anything. He doesn't even care about his own life. So I do not know if for people that are still saying and threatening him and saying Velu Sazosha, if it's worth it, honestly, because all this has done is change how you think about Mihlali, but it hasn't changed how you think about Musa Khawula, because Musa Khawula is still a vile person. He will still say things that are unacceptable about other people. And we all know that he can't really fight or defend himself. Because Mamshaile, but it does leave you or me, because let me not say you, because maybe for you it doesn't, but for me it does leave me with questions about behavior but anyway, you guys, tell me what you think about this in the comments section. What did you think about this video that Musa Khawula put out? I really feel like the story is not make sure. It's not make sure. I think that if, people that are coming out to say that the story is a lie, really, I'm not going to say I disagree. I'll be like, anything is possible, because I think it's possible that the beating did take place, but it's possible that it didn't. So, yes, so guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like it before video on Musa Khawula's channel, because I did not play all of it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Nginithanda kakhulu.